with other, objectives that we have, economic development and job creation.
Right.
And this is just one of the things that we thought could lead in that direction. Because ultimately, as we encourage folks to grow their own food, not only is it good for them for health purposes, for environmental sustainability purposes, but also for potential economic development. We can create industries and economies of scale based on what folks are growing.
Right.
And it's been piloted in other places. So we've been talking with food purchasers, hoping to potentially team them up with distribution and transportation resources, folks who can do quality control, and hopefully we can aggregate some of what our local growers are producing and put that stuff out to market. So,
right.
And that helps to, create economies of scale.
Right, make us less dependent on outside sources.
Oh, and the other thing is to leverage all the partnerships. And even like yourselves, I think the Bureau of Economic Development was created by President Preckwinkle, and it brought different departments together that touch upon economic development possibly, but also what I've discovered is that there's so many resources out there, and there's so many communities doing different things, especially in suburban Cook County, the south suburbs. And I think our charge is to try to link all those together and kind of align resources so that we better leverage what there is. Because nowadays with the federal government cutting back, with state government cutting back, it's almost like community groups have to come together with what few resources we have to try to grow jobs, make companies stay here and thrive and maybe grow their companies. And I think urban agriculture is one of those things that has been tried in other places, and it is an initiative that I think is important to business growth locally. And like Andre says, it's sustainable, it's healthy. When you start talking about people's health and all the health issues that now we're discovering with kids and even adults, it's like a way to encourage them to eat healthy and get their hands in the soil, and it all kind of makes sense to me. So I'm glad to be out here. This is an initiative that Andre kind of started before I got here, and when I found out all the different partners that were working together, I thought, okay, this is a good thing. Let's try to see if we can build upon it.
Right.
You touched on an important point, I think, and that I've just come to realize that this year, after all the time we've been spending on projects like this, because we have seen externally funded things evaporate. We had a great thing happening with Best Nest that was supposed to be built in the Ford and in the Hegwish Marsh, totally disintegrated, and these kinds of things. Whereas if we build things that don't depend upon outside funders,
right,
but that depend upon our ability to network and to work with one another, we don't have to disappear when the government says we're out of money, or when some funder says I don't want to do you anymore, and things like that. I think that's very important.
That's important. That's very important. Because I think the power of the people is like you folks and some of the other people here who are here as volunteers. And then it just takes a little, it takes funding, but if you aggregate the resources, I think we do a much better job of sticking to a program and making it do what it's supposed to do, as opposed to like when it comes from the feds and then the funding disappears and it's like gone. And it's like, okay.
Yeah, one slam door doesn't shut us down.
Yeah.
But there's another thing, is that once you accept the federal funding, you have to do what they want.
Yeah.
And sometimes you're doing things that you didn't start out to do.
Right. It's a different mandate, a different focus all the time, so it's always questionable. So.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for coming out today. My name is Jennifer Hirsch, and I'm the Urban Anthropology Director at Chicago's Field Museum. We have been a partner with Cook County on creating this beautiful day for you. We ordered the weather, and it's been really exciting to work with Andre Garner and the rest of the wonderful staff at Cook County to help start this Cook County Urban Agricultural Network. And I have the honor of thanking President Toni Preckwinkle for her leadership with the county and for all the inspiration that she is giving to her staff and to the rest of us in Cook County to work together and start new partnerships to make the county a better place to work, live, and play, and garden. And I would like to turn the mic over to Mayor Peliquin. Thank you very much, Mayor of Blue Island, for hosting us today. And I hope you all have a wonderful afternoon.
Thank you.
Boy, it's a great day, isn't it?
Yeah.
whenever you come to the island, it's like this. You know, I want to thank Tommy Brown and Sports Association. Where's Tommy at? You know, we had as a city some problems financially as things that Tommy came in and started running the center and has brought all these programs down here. And it's a testament to him and his organization, and more so about the people that live down here, about how well they work together. So to everybody from down here, congratulations. I've been mayor 27 years, and I'll be perfectly honest with you. Since President Preckwinkle took over, I've never seen the county open up so many doors and become so involved in bringing things back to the local level. She brings an attitude of teamwork. She brings an attitude of we're in this together. She brings us an attitude of Cook County, whether you're south, west, north, or in the city, we're all in this together. And I think as we begin these small projects, we begin to rebuild our country. Not just our county, but our country. Because the country has to start going back to very local, very basic premises of we help the local areas. She brings the county, which is I think the second or third largest in this country, back to that local level. And programs like this make you people as taxpayers feel part of the solution. And that's what I think is great. So with great honor and humbly, I present to you the President of Cook County Board, Toni Preckwinkle.
So good morning. I guess it's afternoon. What? Still good morning. Maybe a minute or two. Thank you, Mayor. I appreciate that kind introduction. I want you to know I haven't been on my job a year yet, so you got me beat if you've been on your job for 27. I just want to thank all of you for coming out today, and I want to thank all of our partners in putting this together. You know, we can't do these things by ourselves, and we need to work with local communities like Blue Island when we're going to do great things in our neighborhoods. And I've got a long list of people to thank, which I'll get to in just a minute. But I want to thank all of you who came out today, first and foremost. This is the first annual of these festivals, and I hope that you're going to have the second and the third and the fourth and the fifth, and I can keep coming back. I want to list our folks who are partners with us. The Cook County Urban Agricultural Network, in particular our Bureau of Economic Development, Maria Saldana, who's head of our bureau, is here. The Department of Environmental Control, the Department of Public Health. So there are lots of parts of the county that came together to work with you. I also want to thank our local partners, Tommy Brown Sports Association. Where's Tommy? There he is. Of course, the City of Blue Island, and there are a whole bunch of other neighboring communities. The Village of Dixmoor, Fort Heights, the City of Harvey, the Village of Park Forest, the Village of Riverdale, the Village of Robbins, the Field Museum, Chicago State University, Prairie State College. So again, you know, thanks to everybody who was involved. As I said, I hope you'll invite me back next year for your second annual, and we'll look forward to many more beyond that. Thanks so much.
I'm Maria Saldana, the Bureau Chief of the Bureau of Economic Development, and I want to thank everybody who's here and reiterate what the President said, that we couldn't have done it without our network partners. And we have Barbara Maloof here, who's going to try to get a link in our website so everybody can get a link to everybody who's here. More importantly, get resources so you can start your own gardening. I want everybody to learn how to grow something. It's also a key to it could also be an economic development tool. If you know how to grow and sell fruit, and there's nothing better than a fresh fruit or vegetables. We all know that, and it is part of getting back to the local community. And part of what I'm excited about at the Bureau of Economic Development is partnerships like this, where we can bring together the master gardeners from the University of Illinois Extension Program, the Field Museum, the different municipalities who are excited about what we're doing, and I'm glad to be out here, and let's all learn how to grow something. Thank you.
Hi, Kevin. I'm glad to be out here on this beautiful sunshiny morning. I'm Barbara Fields, trustee on the Harvard Library Board. Networking, all these beautiful people. This project is going to go across the country. I'm so glad that I'm out here to be able to get information and share it and spread it. So Kevin, God bless you, and I hope that this message will go out to everybody. And remember, sow a seed, reap a harvest.
Thank you.
Right?
Thank you.